Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Super Mario Advance.
Luigi!
Looks like we got our usual head count, except... Oh no! Logan woke up from his dream, so he's no longer here.
Aw.
Oh no, the person that James thinks is the only worthwhile member of the team.
Oh, hush you.
For a sec, I couldn't tell if Luigi was
Hey.
big or not.
Hey, he thinks you guys are worthwhile too.
Anyway, so we're playing
Not
as
much
Luigi again.
Alright, so we're gonna spend this entire part guilting me over stupid shit I said?
Nah, I was just saying it for the sake of a joke.
Fair enough. Anyway.
I was playing this game yesterday as Luigi, and I just cannot seem to get past World 4.
Well, playing through the entire game as Luigi is a bit of a tricky one, just because his physics are so all over the place.
If
Yeah.
I'm choosing between two characters, for me, it's either Luigi or Peach.
Yeah, Peach is obviously the easier one, just because she's not quite as loose.
Yeah.
Whoop. That's always a close call.
Yeah, like you ever have those times when you just barely make it to the vine, but then the carpet just suddenly disappears and you fall all the way back
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, that's
those
always a
guys.
pain in platforming.
What are those called again? Panzer?
Yeah, I think they're called Panzer plants. They're obnoxious,
Hands are
especially if you don't have
plants?
any. They're pretty much this game's Hammer Brothers.
Wait.
I hate that!
Wait a minute, question. How is it spelled?
Panzer.
Panzer.
So it
no,
is
it's-
based off of a
look at-
Panzer
No,
tank.
no.
Let me look it up.
No. It's spelled Paser.
Oh.
Oh, she's right. It is Panser.
Oh, well.
So.
Alright.
It might have been an intentional misspelling, just so they would compare it to a goddamn tank. Though to
Actually-
be fair, as far as this game's Rogues Gallery is concerned, it is one of the more obnoxious ones.
Oops.
Oh, that doesn't work.
And I thought that was a good idea in my head.
You were just too tall, Luigi.
Switching it up!
I'm thankful that Toad can pick up things easier.
Much easier.
Also, maybe it's just me, but when I think of Panzer, I actually don't think of tanks. I think of dragoons.
Oh yeah, because of the Sega game. It's because the Sega game of the same
Well,
name.
to be
Basically.
fair, that is based off of a Panzer tank, or at least named after it.
Well, they're about as powerful as one, if not more so, because they're fucking dragons.
Yeah.
So Toad moves the fastest, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He moves the fastest and he can pluck vegetables the highest. Those jumps are also the heaviest.
Yeah.
Kind of not akin to how he is in 3D World.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, 3D World based their the way the characters work off of this game.
Another thing that carries over from this game, just it goes to show that Doki Doki Panic wasn't
Oh boy.
what
That
started
was
it at all.
close.
I thought you were gonna get hit there.
Yeah, no, that was close.
There are a handful
Yeah,
of
there could be
moments like
plenty
that.
of- Like this game may have a cheery exterior, but it's definitely not the most kid friendly in terms of its difficulty.
In fact, actually, I don't remember if I asked.
Though if you're
In my opinion, the ostriches look better black. Like in
yeah, I don't know. I don't really feel that way towards the ostriches. I think they're fine with the pink feathers.
Black ostriches matter, man. But anyway, what I was about to ask was, I don't know if we talked about it previously, but how would you compare Doki Mario's difficulty compared to other 2D Marios?
I would say it's
Oh, geez.
slightly easy.
Aw.
It's definitely easier than the first game. Compared to 3, though, I couldn't really begin to tell you. I would say maybe around the same, if not a little harder.
What about World?
I'd say for me it's hard. I'd say for me it's harder because I beat 3 so many times before, but I've never beat 2. I just cannot.
Well,
get
I was about to say, well, to be fair, you're practically a religious nut when it comes to Super Mario Brothers 3, so that's kind of
Yeah.
no shit
I
rule
had
there.
I had kind of an equal amount of exposure to 2 as I did 3. So when I was a kid, anyway.
But yeah,
Well,
in
to
case
be fair, you were always playing as the princess, and to be fair, her plucking abilities aren't quite that good,
Yeah, that's
so
true.
it always leaves you a bit at a disadvantage.
I mean, it was either princess or just like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, Luigi.
Right.
These must be
Sonic
those
Fusion
hedgehogs
here.
Mario told me about. I should steer clear of them.
I
Let's
was gonna
see.
say,
Maybe blow them up for the sake of posterity.
I was gonna say, isn't the mushroom in one of those?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
And unfortunately, it was in the one that I did not blow
Aw,
up. This is just me trying to... Yeah, whatever. Yeah, see, look at that.
Massive, brickin', massive, brickin', massive, friggin', mega, friggin'.
I'm not sure if I mentioned this already, but when I was a kid, the mushrooms to me, they looked like some kind of teddy bear.
The mushrooms?
But like in the original, it just kind of looked like a teddy bear with my kid
Oh.
eyes. I don't know why.
Right.
You didn't quite see the red of the top of the toadstool.
Right.
How many of these things are there?
Man, so many omelets I can make with these eggs.
You thought it was teddy bear, so I apologize. I have to.
That seems very unbearable.
Do.
Ladies and gentlemen, crap, I forgot his name
Teddy.
already.
Teddy, yeah.
Teddy from Persona makes a cameo appearance in Mario Advance.
I hope you're ready for a very
kind of
unbearable... No.
Kind of a random question. What do you think Birdo looks better with, eyelashes or a bow? Because I know in the original it had
no.
eyelashes.
That would imply that Birdo is actually irresistible. Oh, that's right.
No,
this
what I
game
meant
also
was
introduces
that,
the
like,
bombs.
which... Bombs. But what I was actually going for was, like, she was like, which one do you think looks better, the bows or the eyelashes? No.
Nothing looks good on these freaking. You know what? I could say something, but then I'd start offending. Then I'd probably start offending people, so I won't say anything. By the way, this level sucks.
Yeah, I remember it.
Well, not because of that though. That's an obvious dick punch.
Kind
But
of.
One time I made it to that level, oh my god, it was exhausting trying to do this.
Yeah, it's mostly because of one particular portion of it. You gotta be very mindful. And God
Oops.
fucking damn it!
Damn it.
One of those times I wish I was big Luigi, but no, I'm just a little princess.
Can Luigi make it up there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he
I
can.
wouldn't. He has the highest jump, so I'd assume
Dude,
I'd assume he can.
God.
Oh god, that was dumb idea.
Damn it.
Why can't invincibility frames work with me when I get something that's helpful?
I don't even
I feel
remember
like
how
all I
long
did
this
Because you suck.
I don't
That's all I've
even...
been doing this playthrough is comparing this to the original.
Well, to be fair, Mario Advance well, it changed a lot compared to the original, so I guess it is warranted. It's just that, well, yeah, like this game does hold your hand quite a bit better than the original, where hearts were very freaking scarce and enemy patterns weren't quite as
Noticeable.
forgiving.
And
Not to
yet,
mention the
And yet, it's somehow still an easier game than the actual Mario Bros. 2.
well, it is.
I know.
If I'm correct in the original, you only got hearts if you defeated a certain amount of enemies, right?
Even then, it was very vague on how that system worked.
Yeah.
Like in this game, obviously, if you hit like 2 enemies in a row, then the heart will spawn. But then you get like the original Mario Brothers 2, where I think they claim you have to make it do a certain combo, or I don't know. It's very vague on how that system works. Because I can think of maybe several times where I was able to combo 2 enemies in a row, and yet a heart did not spawn. Other times I did a combo or whatever, then a heart would spawn. And also, that's another thing. Hearts are a little harder to get in the original than compared to the in Advance, because their sprites were a lot smaller.
I'm gonna because you have me curious now. I'm gonna look it up to see what spawned in the
Ninjas.
original.
Oh yeah, well, ninjas make their debut in this
I
game,
know-
much like just about everything
Oh,
else.
no.
We talked
Guys.
about the ninjas.
What's up?
I found it. A small heart is an item found in Super Mario Bros. 2. It would fly out every time 8 enemies are killed.
8. Oh, that's
That's an odd
well,
number.
I guess that's something.
Actually, wait a minute. Isn't 8 the number
Well,
of...
at the very least, you don't have to combo 8.
I was about to say, isn't 8 the number of enemies you have to combo to get an extra life in a regular Mario game?
Usually, yeah. Though I think in this case you don't have to combo like 8 enemies in a row. No, you just have to kill 8 enemies like straight up.
Yeah, I think that's what
Okay.
this meant too. It just, I don't think it meant combos. I think it just meant 8 enemies.
Which would probably explain why it always felt so random whenever a heart spawned in the original game.
Exactly.
Wonder how harder it was to get combos in the original.
Uh,
Oh, but,
I would say about the same.
it was pretty bad for me when,
Oop, oop.
based on my own experience.
No, you don't do
Oh,
that.
this isn't awkward at all. Take that, you Panzer plants. If I had a tank,
Take
I would
that.
blow you all to Kingdom
Take
Come.
that, Panzer Plant Goon.
Well, they are goons, so I guess that's not completely inaccurate.
Right ho, my resized
When I
shell.
was a when I was a kid, I used to see this as like a plate of food or something
The shells?
instead of like a turtle shell.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, they
boy.
do like. Well, if you were to turn them upside down, you could fashion them out as bowls.
Okay, I'm sorry, but you had no excuse to get hit by those things. You could have just sit back and wait.
What are those things
Well,
called
I was
again?
on a time.
I forget.
Huh?
What are those things called again?
Oh, the amps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I should probably. Technically, later Mario games they would have like these electric ball characters, and they call them amps. I don't know what they call them in Mario Brothers 2 though. I'll look that up real.
Well, these things just act like those. What are those black enemies? The squigglies or something?
Fuzzies?
Fuzzies. Thank you.
Okay, they're called sparks in this game.
Oh.
Very imaginative, but yeah, they are essentially fuzzies in this game. Even though Fuzzy came later.
Mm-hmm. Whoops.
Ooh, fresh air! I really needed it.
Oh, for a minute, I thought you were actually stuck in the wall.
Yeah, no, same here.
Boy, would that have sucked.
Wait a minute.
So, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, here's another Advance exclusive. A new boss.
Oh, that's right. 'cause they
Robo
had-
Birdo.
Devil Dance
What did
looks
it
weird.
say?
Eh.
I think it just said in its robotic voice, "I'm gonna finish you off," or something along those lines. But anyway, yeah, Roberto's exclusive to Mario Advance because the original game, bless its heart, was a bit guilty of reusing certain boss fights.
Yeah.
I mean, Birdo
Oh
notwithstanding.
yeah, no, Birdo just showed up every like 5 seconds.
Well, to be fair, Birdo was essentially this game's like reoccurring mid boss. But like as far as like the main bosses are concerned, I know there's like Mauser and Triclyde, I think, got reused once or twice.
What-
Though for this game, they
what
try to
about-
mitigate that
Was
by
Fry Guy only used once?
Fry Guy was only used once. Oh god!
Oh dear.
So,
Though
so if
I will.
so
Oh,
if
no.
Roberto slams the ground while you're on it, does it stun you?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
So be very wary of that. Also, may I just say, I find it kind of odd that we fight Roberto this early on in the game. Like, I'd imagine this means something we'd fight like before the final.
Yeah,
boss.
like
Yeah.
the second to last boss or something.
Also, I love how...
Yeah, I don't get it either.
I was about to say, I
How
love
many hits
how...
does this thing take?
Yeah, how many hits does it take?
I want to say it takes around 6 or 8.
I want.
I
Yeah,
love
that's what I
how-
wanted to say. Just
Whoop.
6.
I love how the bow sprite is basically just the same sprite for regular Birdos, but it's like clearly inflated.
Yeah, I mean, given what the Game Boy Advance was capable of, you could tell this was sort of like an experimental sprite.
I just realized Legos.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you know?
And actually, when
They're
you look
kind
at
of
like
There you go.
if you look at the Roberto itself, it kind of clashes with the rest of the game's art style.
Oh yeah, it really does.
But whatever the case, Peach has taken it down, and well, we shall never see it again.
That laugh was so cute.
But on that note, next part, we shall go to Iceland.
It's over already?
Oh, no.
Wow.
Yep.
Dang it.
This game's really not that long if you play your cards right, but yeah.
Wait,
Stay tuned for
Iceland?
Fry Guy's time to shine.
Iceland like actual Iceland or Iceland like Greenland?
Oh my god.
All of the above.